Mr. Beast tweeted out a tweet on Twitter, and it went like this: it's a blind decision. It's a red button and a blue button. You get to choose. If you press the red button, you survive no matter what. But if you press the blue button, you need 50% of the people, all the voters, or above to choose the blue button, and everybody just survives. Whereas if below 50% choose the blue button, then everybody that pressed the blue button dies, and everybody that pressed the red button survives. So essentially, I'm reading it in one. Here goes me being illiterate again. I'm just like, okay, read, skim, 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 blue button. Yeah, that sounds right. Then I thought about it, I was like, wait, that doesn't, that might not have been the best decision. It seems a little too easy. But at the same time, I'm one of those people that are a believer in humanity. So instinctively and morally, blue just was drawn to me. But then, as a person that is trying to improve in my game theory repertoire, I was like, this is definitely a game. What does game theory say about it? And so I do a little bit of research, and essentially, it really makes the most sense to choose red. But the thing about it is, to choose red, everybody would have to think logically, which everybody won't, nor can. And thus, people will choose blue because if enough people choose blue, it guarantees everybody to be saved. But if everybody chooses red, nobody gets hurt as well. That also guarantees that everyone is saved. And that's where the dilemma is, because the dilemma is between everybody agreeing to the power of the masses to guarantee everyone's safety, or everyone collectively being on the exact same page to save everyone. And that's where it goes to where, like, okay, although red does seem like the better option, especially if you're thinking selfishly and individually, which is not inherently wrong, especially in this situation. It is the logically the most efficient way logically, because there's no risk if everyone chose red, but there is still a risk if you chose blue, because of the fact that logic says that is the better option for self-preservation. So you're fighting the side of everybody has to be on the exact same page versus at least 50% of the people have to speak in one voice. And I think that's still the better option, because the odds that 50% of all the people that vote choose the blue button, which guarantees everybody's safe, in my eyes, and how I view, see, understand humanity, and how history has shown us, those odds are higher than everybody choosing red. And if everybody doesn't choose red, there will be casualties. But all you need is 50% of people to choose blue. So, although game theory does say that red is the better choice, because in a lot of different scenarios, game theory is you have to be in a vacuum. And that's not necessarily how real games work in real life. Things aren't in a vacuum. There's multiple games going on at the same time that are affecting each other. And I was just like, whoa, okay, I do feel better now because I chose and just skimming it's like, it's okay, it's just one of these. Essentially, yeah, blue's right. There's no right or wrong, but I think it was more so. I think blue is the winning option because the goal was to win. And if everybody chooses the, not even everybody, like it just blows my mind. Like there's no way everybody chooses red. So red almost guarantees casualties. Whereas at least one casualty. Red almost guarantees at least one casualty, a non-zero amount of casualties. But blue, it doesn't guarantee any casualties, but it also doesn't guarantee everyone being saved. And so those odds are better. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, after I did the work, after I like walked through it on both the logical side and the rational side of humanity understanding, I'm like, okay, yeah, and my instinct still was, I'm still aligned with my instinct. And that always kind of feels really good. To whereas you have an instinct, you make a choice, and then afterwards you reflect, you do da, and it's like, yeah, even with more time, I still would have chose the same thing. That feels good. And that's where the subconscious and the not having to think about what you're doing when you've become more proficient at something comes in. It's like Kyrie talks about. Kyrie's not thinking about what moves he's going to make. He's just reacting. And his body is reacting because he knows how to do these different moves because he's thinking, oh, he's right there. I need to get away. Where's free? Where do I have space? Boom. It's not what move do I do right now. It's I need to get out of this. I need to get here. And there's 10 different ways that he can get there. And then it's just up to his natural momentum, flow, yada, 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 to be able to get him there. And that's kind of how I just viewed the concept of what I just went through is instinct said, boom, this is the better option. This is the option that I'm going to choose. And then diving into it, analyzing it on the back end, it's like, yeah, I chose that and it kind of felt instinctively. And then I was like, is this right? And then looking through it, it's like, yeah, I still think that that's the right option. And it'll be like watching film and seeing Kyrie drive left hand, shoulder down, and then get cut off left, spin right, floater. You watch it on film, it's like, yeah, he did exactly what he was supposed to do there. But he wasn't thinking about spin move. He was thinking about he cut me off. I need to keep my momentum. And he was like, oh, I have enough space. Shoot it. That's not something he's thinking about in the moment. It's just like you just are on. I hope I get more moments like this intellectually to where I like to be. Of course physically as well, but I don't have the opportunity to be Kyrie and get to do those things physically anymore. Unfortunately, athletic days are behind me. But still, go dig into game theory, everyone. It's something that's very underrated in a skill because you be put in a lot of dilemmas that you wouldn't otherwise know existed or know the best way to handle it until you understand the game. You can't even know that you're in a game until you know that it is a game. And fortunate for us, some people call this life of ours a game.